When two egos collide, can two narcissists really make a relationship work? Narcissism is a personality trait that is often associated with an exaggerated sense of self-importance, a lack of empathy, and a deep-seated need for admiration and attention. While some people with narcissistic tendencies may be able to maintain healthy relationships, others may struggle with forming and maintaining meaningful connection with others. But what happens when two narcissists are attracted to each other? Can two people with an insatiable need for attention and validation really make a relationship work? The answer is complicated, but it's not impossible. First, it's important to understand that not all narcissists are the same. Some may have more severe symptoms than others, and their behavior may be influenced by other factors such as childhood trauma, depression, or anxiety. Additionally, there are two types of narcissism: grandiose narcissism, which is characterized by a sense of entitlement and superiority, and vulnerable narcissism, which is marked by insecurity and hypersensitivity to criticism. As previously mentioned, not all narcissists are the same. Narcissistic personality disorder, or NPD, is a complex mental health condition, and it can manifest in various ways depending on the individual. While some narcissists may exhibit more severe symptoms and struggle to form healthy relationships, others may have a milder form of NPD and be able to maintain healthy connection with others. One factor that can influence the behavior of narcissists is past experiences of childhood trauma, such as emotional neglect or abuse. Studies have shown that individuals who experience trauma in childhood may be more likely to develop NPD as a way of coping with the feelings of powerlessness and inadequacy that result from their experiences. Additionally, other mental health conditions such as depression, anxiety, or borderline personality disorder may co-occur with NPD and influence a narcissist's behavior. For example, individuals with borderline personality disorder may have intense fears of abandonment and may exhibit impulsive behavior, which can be exacerbated by their narcissistic tendencies. There are also two main types of narcissism: grandiose narcissism and vulnerable narcissism. Grandiose narcissism is characterized by a sense of entitlement, a need for admiration and attention, and a belief in one's own superiority. Individuals with grandiose narcissism may be more likely to engage in behaviors such as bullying, boasting, or belittling others in order to maintain their sense of superiority. On the other hand, vulnerable narcissism is characterized by insecurity and hypersensitivity to criticism. Individuals with vulnerable narcissism may feel a deep sense of shame or inadequacy and may use their narcissistic tendencies as a defense mechanism to protect themselves from feeling vulnerable or exposed. They may also be more prone to anxiety, depression, or other mental health conditions. When two grandiose narcissists are attracted to each other, they may form a relationship based on mutual admiration and a shared desire for attention and validation. Both partners may engage in grandiose displays of affection, such as buying expensive gifts or constantly showering each other with compliments, in order to maintain their sense of superiority and gain the attention and admiration they crave. However, This kind of relationship may lack emotional depth, as both partners are more focused on getting their own needs met than on building a strong and lasting connection with each other. In summary, understanding the complexities of narcissistic personality disorder and the different types of narcissism is essential in assessing the potential for relationship between two narcissists. It is important to note that while it is possible for two narcissists to form a relationship, it may be challenging and complicated, and both partners may need to address their own narcissistic tendencies and work on building a deeper emotional connection in order to make the relationship work. On the other hand, two vulnerable narcissists may be drawn to each other because they share a sense of insecurity and a need for validation. They may bond over their shared experiences of feeling misunderstood or unappreciated, and may be more willing to open up and be vulnerable with each other. However, this kind of relationship may also be fraught with drama and conflict, as both partners may be prone to lashing out or becoming defensive when their egos are threatened. It's important to note that regardless of the type of narcissism, a relationship between two narcissists may be characterized by a lack of empathy and an inability to truly connect emotionally. Narcissists are often preoccupied with their own needs and desires and may struggle to understand or meet the needs of their partner. In order for a relationship between two narcissists to work, both partners would need to be willing to acknowledge and address their own narcissistic tendencies and work together to build a deeper emotional connection. This may require therapy or counseling, as well as a willingness to be vulnerable and open with each other. While a relationship between two narcissists may seem like a recipe for disaster, it is possible for these individuals to form a functional and fulfilling partnership if they are willing to work on themselves and their relationship. One of the key challenges in a relationship between two narcissists is the lack of emotional depth and connection. Narcissists are often more focused on their own needs and desires than on those of their partners, and may struggle to empathize with their partner's feelings or experiences. This can make it difficult to form a deep emotional bond or establish a sense of intimacy and trust. In order to overcome this challenge, both partners must be willing to acknowledge their own narcissistic tendencies and work on building a deeper emotional connection with each other. This may involve therapy on counseling, where both partners can explore their own patterns of behavior and work on developing greater self-awareness and empathy. Additionally, both partners must be willing to be vulnerable and open with each other. Narcissists often struggle with vulnerability and may be hesitant to reveal their true thoughts and feelings for fear of being perceived as weak or inferior. However, in order to build a strong and lasting relationship, both partners must be willing to let down their guard and share their innermost thoughts and emotion with each other. Finally, it is important for both partners to be committed to the relationship and willing to put in the work required to make it succeed. Narcissists may be prone to self-centered behavior and may struggle to prioritize their partner's needs and desires. However, in order to build a successful relationship, both partners must be willing to compromise and make sacrifices for each other, and work together to build a strong foundation of trust and mutual respect. In conclusion, while a relationship between two narcissists may be challenging, It is possible for these individuals to form a functional and fulfilling partnership if they are willing to acknowledge their own narcissistic tendencies, work on building a deeper emotional connection, and commit to the relationship. Therapy or counseling may be helpful in achieving these goals, and both partners must be willing to be vulnerable, open, and committed in order to make the relationship work.